What up everyone, it's Jay with TraderX, and today I just wanted to go over how my day went in the market. So today I actually didn't take any day trades at all, as you can see here in my filled orders. And there's a couple reasons for that, but the biggest reason being I didn't love any patterns I saw today. So for example, if you look at ticker symbol HHOK, this was one of the top gappers today, using the scanner right here. So this was one of the top gappers today, and as you can see here, it didn't have a lot of room to go. The pattern was just trading between this SMA line right here and this top VWAP. And the reason I didn't want to get into this stock was because of these previous resistance level I saw here, very common, around this top area right here. I saw the opportunity for this stock to only be able to really push up to there, and I just didn't feel comfortable getting in. If you look at the stock on a different time frame, you can see that it looks more overbought, which means it's not as good of a deal anymore because of it's approaching this resistance level right here, this green SMA line. So when the stock approaches this line right here, it tends to act as a resistance and bounce back down, which is why I didn't want to take part in it. Another example I could give you was ticker symbol UPST, another top gapper on the day. And just like the one we just were looking at, the stock in the morning did push a little. However, it wasn't anything I found to be very attractive either. This is like a 4% push from the middle VWAP, this pinkish line here, to this reddish line up here, the top VWAP. They're around a 4% push, and like the other stock, I viewed this specific stock to be overbought because of the resistance levels it had. As you can see around here and here, it tends to get rejected around there. If you look at this stock in the different time frames, in my opinion it was looking a little more overbought. It had a nice push and started to drop a bit afterwards. It never really went after that. It lost its volatility. So I didn't take any day trades today, but I thought I can take this time to update you guys on my swing trade on Facebook. So the difference between a swing trade and a day trade is that a day trade is buying a stock and planning to sell it within that same day, whereas a swing trade is buying a stock and planning to hold it for a much longer period of time. And Facebook, if you look at the bigger time frame, had earnings report, and the report was not in its favor, which caused it to have a huge drop. And after it had this big drop, I viewed that as an opportunity to get some skin in the game, which is why I loaded up on some Facebook shares, and as it fell, I loaded up on a couple more. So our current average price on Facebook right now is $237 around. We're currently down $100 on the open, and on the day we are down $27 on it. Now, after Facebook had a big drop like this, a lot of people might want to get in aggressively, thinking that it's a really good deal, which is not uncommon to think, but however, stocks that fall this hard tend to keep falling a bit more due to the fear of direction just not being in your favor. So I was able to take a trade on this and be completely fine with losing this money because I'm only in with a fraction of the money I plan to be with in the future. So when I bought in after Facebook dipped, our average price is here around 237. I only bought in with about a fifth of what I plan to be in with it fully invested when it starts to recover. So my current plan for this stock right here is I plan to hold Facebook unless it breaks below $200. The $200 price range, more specifically around $197, is where I plan to cut losses. If it keeps falling, that would put me down around $200 on the stock. And I'm more than fine giving that up because if the stock does stop me out, I can always get back in. In my opinion, if it broke below 200, that's a key level where it can just continue to drop even harder. So that is why I would plan to cut it there and look to get back in the future. And you guys might be wondering when I plan to average up with my full amount. And from right now, the looks of Facebook on the bigger time frames, although it looks like it's at a better deal, I do plan to average up only when direction is in our favor. As you can see, it's clearly been downtrending constantly. So it would not be smart of me to get into Facebook with my full position, because it can very easily continue selling off, right? Because direction isn't in our favor. So what I plan to do is wait for a clear confirmation that Facebook is actually trying to recover, meaning it pushes up. I want to see it break above this resistance level right here, maybe approach the 240s and 250s, and then after it were to pick up around here, I would wait for a pullback, and then I would average up with direction in my favor in hopes of riding it up to the SMA line and just to the previous level it was trading at earlier in the year. So right now I'm in with 5 shares, and I plan to be in with a total of 30 shares, which is why I'm fine with this continuing to fall. And it's very important to take note of why it is so crucial for you to only get in with a small fraction. Because if you got in with your full investment over here, you would be freaking out watching this continue and continue to fall. And that's just not a position I would want to put myself in or feel comfortable in, which is why I decided to get in with a light position while direction still is not in my favor, and only get in aggressively if I see direction actually starts to pick up. It's a lot easier to make money in the market when direction is in your favor. So that is basically the recap for today, guys. As a little reminder, I took no day trades today, and Facebook was the only thing I had open today as a position, and something I'm very excited to follow up with in the future, just like I assume you guys would be too. The Nasdaq has constantly been dropping, and as it has been falling, a lot of the tech stocks follow the Nasdaq. So a lot of tech stocks have been getting cheaper too. Like, for example, ticker symbol TSLA, Tesla, a really popular stock. As the Nasdaq was falling, Tesla was going with it, right? And if the Nasdaq were to recover and make new highs, you can guarantee that Tesla is going to go with it. So it's not the end of the world with these stocks falling to these good prices, but just make sure to get in only with confirmation in your favor. If you are going to get in now, get in lightly and make sure you give up an amount of money that you're more than fine losing. It's not going to make you feel devastated or anything like that if it were to go south. Alright, this has been another day trading recap, and thank you all for watching.